I was shocked that riff came out of my mouth. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you could call me Jen. I'm a singer and a voice teacher, and today I will be looking at VoicePlay's cover of Whiskey in the Jar featuring Omar Cardona. Now it has been a little while, this has been out for a little while as well, so I am a little bit delayed, but we're here today and I'm excited to look at their cover. As always, this will be a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals, but if you do want to watch the full thing uninterrupted, I have left the link to the original video in the description below. You can also find many other links in the description below, such as my Patreon. If you do enjoy what I do over here and want to join and watch more behind the scenes content, get a bit more involved, then Patreon is the place to be. Our GoFundMe page link is also still in the description below, as we are working on a full album. Myself and Ian, we are so excited. More songs to come in 2024, so. And a new link that has just been added is a link to my merch shop, which is also, you guessed it, very exciting. Go and check it out. Go and treat yourself at Christmas time. But yes, all of that can be found in the description below. I have listened to a few versions of this song before, as it says in their description as well, I think, that it has been covered many times by many popular bands, but I'm excited to see what VoicePlay do with this. There is nothing else to say other than let's go.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I saw Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, I then produced my rapier. I said, stand and deliver. Whoa, the devil he made and take you.
Oh, okay, cool. I love, before it keeps building, I love how they've really kept it very bare at the beginning, just with Jeff's solo voice, nothing else, just with Jeff's lower octave, then he goes up an octave for the second verse. Really, really nice. It's just so, well, it's low for starters.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I saw Captain Farrell and his money he was counting.
So Farrell, he does like a kind of descending slide off of that, and then mountain again. Jeff does this. I think we've pointed this out quite a few times with his solo stuff. It's just something that we've noticed that he does is hold on to like notes, which I'm starting like. It's really. I wonder. It must be such a natural thing for Jeff to do. Does he get more of a? It's not if he gets more of a connection or not, because he gets a lovely connection down in his lower register, obviously. But I wonder if it just feels nice and it's fun to sing down there. Like it's more of a fun thing to do rather than a that it sounds like it's better to be more closed rather than open on that specific note and that specific word. But yeah, real cool.
Money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, I then produced my rapier. I said, there we go again. But yeah, he's a little bit higher here, and we get lovely aspirate onsets from everyone else. This mic always picks up so much breath, so I apologise. But yeah, there's that at the beginning, and then we get the closure. And then they do their little thing. I then produced my rapier. I said, stand and deliver. Whoa, the devil he made and take you.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It was just Jeff with the open sounds, vocals, and everyone else was on a closed And now we've just all swapped. All four, I believe Lane as well, all four are now on whoa, open mouth. And now it's Jeff's turn to now go So that's really cool that they've swapped that around.
Whoa, the devil he made and take you.
Yeah. Really interesting line.
All of his money and it was a pretty penny.
Oh, Omar's lovely, clean, clear, light feel to his voice is really, really lovely. So just a difference here as well before we continue is that now we do have a bit more of a rhythmic bass line and clicks, and Lane, is he bringing something rhythmically as well there? Are there beatboxing going on? But yeah, so we've gone from this fluid flowing line to now a bit more broken. So fast.
I took all of his money, and it was a pretty
Oh no, it's just the clicks and Hughes, yeah, from Lane.
I took all of his money, yeah, and brought it home to Molly. She said she swore.
I love how as well, took all, I think there we had a lovely clash with the BVs, and then it just went bare again. It's really quite an empty feel. Really, really cool.
I took all of his money, and it was a pretty penny. I took all of his money, yeah, and brought it home to Molly. She said she swore that she loved me. No, never would she leave me. But the devil take that woman, yeah, for you know she tricked me easy.
Ooh, lovely clear vocals from Caesar. The reason why I want to point that out is because Caesar normally takes a breathier approach to their vocal lines. This is really, really lovely, really different spin to it. They're always so committed to the lines though as well, that I love the points. And the facial expressions as well. There are so many sibilants, so much sibilance at the beginning of that phrase though, which really the mic loves to pick up on that. So really great work there that we managed to hear everything.
She said she swore that she loved me.
Oh no, hold on. Swore, lovely swell.
She said she swore that she loved me. No, never would she leave me. But the devil.
May. We also open up to an A. It's just it does change the word completely, but in this circumstance, all of them were. So it wasn't like one said me, one said may. It was all a very. They decided to say the word may, and it just allows us to open the mouth a little bit more and play around with. In this case, they were descending.
No, never would she leave me. But the devil take that woman, yeah, for you know she tricked me.
Ooh, nice.
Whack for my daddy.
Okay, yeah, hold on, Ellie. We need a bit more of a grit rock there. There was a lovely descending fall there. I love how VoicePlay love to play with the rhythms and the BVs as well, which is really exciting. There's a lovely kind of like a stop, and then they continue, and it's more legato. Really nice. But yeah, that lovely crunchy chromaticism on that fall down.
Tricked me easy. Whack for.
And there's also a stacking just before that as well. We get a bit of like a cannon effect. Nice.
Whack for my
and someone goes up, yeah.
Whack for my daddy. Oh, there's whiskey in the jar.
Go on. So obviously that's like the guitar riff. I'm thinking back for the Ian actually showed me the Metallica version because I saw that VoicePlay had done Whiskey in the Jar, and I wanted to because I think I did know it, and I just wanted to double check if it was that one. But anyway, we watched that. So yeah, I think that's the guitar riff motif there. Really nice, and we get to play with it as well because obviously it's vocalized now. So really, really nice, and I love the. Let me see what note. Where does Omar go there? That one. Where's that? So that That lovely bound da 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 is on an A4. He's lovely on this. Wait, he's not. That's spread actually. Yeah, just lovely like placement in there, but not open, not too spread. Sitting really, really nicely. That is straight through Omar's first passage, almost reaching his second passage there. So the vocal folds are thinning out, but we're remaining in such a full chest dominant place here, which is really, really lovely. And that open space is helping him here. For sure. Here we go. There's the drop. Ellie. Oh, there's a. I was shocked that riff came out of my mouth. Well, thank you, Ellie, for teaching me that one. I loved. He does this lovely. I love how evident it is in the facial expressions when Ellie goes up to his higher notes. We know he's got a lovely connected voice, and he brings such a fab level of grit in there as well, which just gives like a bit of distortion, a bit of roughness around it, which is really, really lovely. Some rock. There's a slight bit here we can hear, but yeah, when he goes higher, we could really see this kind of placement in his mouth, in his like face, and he's just adding some resistance in the vocal folds as they are thinning out, just to maintain a fuller sound. Where is that? That's the same note as that A as Omar hit just before. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more of a lighter ping, so there's twang involved, but yeah, resistance within the vocal folds, and we can clearly see this kind of moan quality to it, which I just love it so much. I love that harmony. Is that the same A4? Sometimes this is what's amazing by it, because it could be the same note, but it just sounds different because it's done in different qualities. Yeah, so here, this A4 by Omar sounded completely different to his that we had before, because it was a lot more open, whereas here we hit it and then came back down. So obviously it's different intervals perhaps, and different phrasing to the O's that we had earlier, but here was a lot more smaller, thinner, a lot more in his mixed kind of quality, a lot more balanced, which is just so exciting. And it's just lovely that the more we strengthen and work on our vocal fold strength, the more options we have with how we approach notes. But I never knew the stranger. About 6 or maybe 7. I love that delivery. I jumped up, fired my pistol. Yeah, and I shot him with both barrels. Oi! Fired my pistol. Yeah, and I shot him with both barrels. Okay, I need to just like say it's an A4 all the time. It should be in my brain by now, but it's not. I just want to double check. So again, now because we're holding on to it a lot more, and I love this open kind of body frame. The arms are up. We are anchored. We are supported. That note has a lot of support in there for Omar. It's a lot more chest dominant. And also what's also nice is the there's no vibrato. It's on a straight tone. So it's a glorious, wonderful belt. I love it. And I love that we get the arms going, kind of doing the same motion as that. What I want to talk about though quickly though as well, I love how everything drops out and we just get Omar's voice, but just before that we get a lovely descend from Jeff. I love that as well. Jumped up, and that's all on the same note. Da, 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 da. Fired my pistol, yeah, and I shot him with both barrels. And that heartbeat from Lane keeps going. Right, well, we're not A4 now territory, are we? Oh, D5, nice. Whiskey. Oh, in D major, perhaps. Whiskey. So, even lighter. We can hear how thin it is, but it's still such a forward present feel with Ellie. And again, I just love how he's pointing up to it. There it is. Whiskey. And he does the similar sort of riff as we heard before.
For my daddy, oh, whack for my daddy, oh, there's whiskey in the jar, oh.
I know he goes up. Ellie every time. I loved the first one. We had like a lovely hold on to the note, little descending slide, and then we get another ad lib. And that last one, it's so lovely. One of my favorite things to do is when, as I've been progressing my knowledge with distortion and playing around with distortion myself, is like live, like you're singing, then you get it in this position, this placement where you're like, oh, and then you stay there a little bit longer because it just feels good. And you're like, it's ringing so good, and then you fall off. And that's what that note reminded me of. It's like he found this really lovely balance of where he wanted it to be, the tone, and then the level of distortion as well. And he just wanted to hold on to it a little bit longer just to make a point of that, and then he finishes it. I love that.
Whiskey in the jar, oh.
God, Lane. It feels like he wants to go up, but he doesn't. Here we go. It's like a rattle.
Now some men like the fishing, and some men like the fountain. Some men like to hear, whoa, to hear the cannonball roar.
Roar. There's quite like a bright tone there because I think we are remaining in a chest quality there, unless there's, I don't know. That had a lot of grumbleness to it, but what I can't remember what the word was now, but it was on the ing sound. It was very bright, and that's what lifts it up, but he's also so low, so it's kind of like
hear the cannonball
roar. Like it's such a grumble, but it's so clear at the same time. All the parts are so clear. It's so lovely and so well done.
Whoa, to hear the cannonball roar.
Oh, I love that swell from
especially in my Molly's
Chambers. Caesar's voice, so smooth, especially in my. I just love how easy everything is.
Especially in my Molly's chamber. But here I am in prison. Here I am with a ball and chain. Yeah, my show rain, dama do dama da. Rain, dama do dama da. Whack for my daddy.
That was really light in the mix. So yeah, around D5 territory. Ellie's staying up there now. So not only are we just hitting it, then coming back down, we're hitting it and staying around there. So we need to make sure that we are supported. We need to make sure we've got the vocal folds everything's just working together and in a really lovely place, and he's just smashing it. But I love how like tiny it is and far back it is in the mix there. I love the repeat. Ooh. Isn't that so lovely? We have both Omar and Ellie there, both ad-libbing, neither of them kind of singing over the top of one another, even though their lines are overlapping, but they're not like overpowering one another. We can hear both of them really, really clearly. Obviously, Ellie's lines are a bit more wordy, so maybe we're focusing on that a little bit more, but I love how that's really blended in. And I just want to notice on the ascending ad-lib on whiskey, everything's going hold on, let me it's the vowel modification. Whiskey or whiskey, I think he goes up on an E just to narrow it a little bit. If we were to go whiskey, it becomes way too heavy. So whiskey, we can play around, and that feels comfortable to him. Whiskey. I mean, I guess he's also saying whiskey in, but the smoothness between whiskey in going from an A to the I vowel is so smooth, so seamless. It's so good. Just like straight through, thinning the vocal folds out, so smooth, not hearing any gear changes in the sound in his voice. Love it. Oh, I love Caesar. Oh, closing in as well. Oh, with the mouth. Nice. Oh. Well, that was interesting. Like, they could have easily been like just built it up already, even though we just had that. But I love that because we just had that big moment with Ellie and Omar kind of ad-libbing over one another and just like freestyling almost. That they repeated that 4 times, I think it was, in the same, not changing what they were doing, not changing their lines, not changing their melodic lines. But then the bass line was very interesting. That was fun. Like, why does it go there? Why? I love it. And Lane just keeping this up as well throughout this whole Jeff Castellucci arrangement. Nice. I love how that's really interesting actually, because we didn't have a major, or maybe we're having it kind of now. He's playing around with it. How interesting. Like there's always like a middle section with Jeff where he plays around with the harmony lines. There's lots of dissonance involved and it's like all crunchy and it's very like balanced, and the BV harmony lines dissonance is just very on the sounds that he gets. It's a very Jeff sound and he has it in his solo pieces and his voice play arrangements. But here we had slight elements of that, but we didn't have a full section. But this has a different feel, this end section. I love that he's, we should always be learning and changing and developing. So this is great. I love it. I love that he uses his arms there. Lane is a beast. I love that writ. Yeah, that little slow down right at the end. Nice.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see some behind the scenes footage, hear karaoke versions of the songs, participate in web chats, and a whole lot more, head on over to patreon.com today and sign up.
Today.
We'll see you over there.
It's a fun place to be. That Jeff's voice just popping up at the back was a tad bit terrifying, because normally, well, maybe not, sometimes they have, their face so we can actually see them talking. But I was like, hello? Having recently seen the Metallica version of this song, this was a lot calmer. I've got to say, did not have the same feel as that music video, but I love how songs the meaning is still there, or sometimes the meaning can change depending on who's singing it, depending on who you're singing it to, what you are referring to within the song, even though it's the same words. But I love how we can always interpret it. How am I phrasing that sentence? 1 second. I'm a bit confused. I will use another word. It's always interesting that we can just link to a song, make or relate to a song. That's what I'm trying to say. We can always, we can all be listening to the same song, but we can all relate to it differently. But yeah, I really loved this version. It was a lot more mellow, a lot more calmer, but then we still had that rough, big kind of belty notes. I love the layer and like the layering and the stacking and the canon effects and that very interesting ending. Loved it. Well, thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Remember, you can find the link to my merch shop, which will take you to an Etsy page. You can find the link below. Go and order yourself something fancy. And do go and check me out over on Patreon as well, and I'll see you very soon for another video.